Hey, over here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about back to school supplies. Why? I don't have any kids. What am I looking at back to school supplies for? Well, it turns out some of the back to school supplies at Walmart might be just the perfect thing for adult people. What am I talking about? Well, I'm finding a few things that are actually in the school supplies that can be used for dolls, can be used for people who are doing stuff for dolls as well, like sewing or whatever. And I'm going to show you what I brought home in two parts. Why? So to give you more to look forward to, I guess. Actually, I'm spreading this out because it's quite a bit. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get right to the first item that I got. And that would be this lovely desk mat. I'm a sucker for glitter, I'll admit it. This clear glitter desk mat, of course, isn't going on a regular desk for me. I like to have a mat under my sewing machine so they don't shuffle and scoot. And this looked like a good thing. This one is 14.96 inches by 25.98 inches. So let's look at how big that actually is. You see, that's a pretty good size mat. It's made out of a nice rubbery material, so it should grip a little bit. And let me show you this down here. What it looks like, at least on this green table. So here it is on this table. And you can see this is a pretty good size mat. My sewing machine will have plenty of room on here, plus some to spare, which is what I'm looking for. This is going to keep things from slipping and sliding. It'll be easy to clean in case I have like something that's fuzzy and whatever and hard to get cleaned up. I can just take it, rinse it off, hose it if I have to. And I mean, look, it's glitter. How can I say no to that? So, not a bad price. I think they're somewhere in the $10 range. And this, well, of course, costs a whole lot less than a cutting mat that I won't be really using as a cutting mat. So, moving on. Let me bring up some other stuff. Put you right down here on this nice little mat so we can get close to the other items and look at them. Next thing I found was a zipper case. It is clear, it is iridescent, it zips all the way around. Why a zipper case? Because some of those little 1/12 scale ball jointed dolls, sometimes you need a case for them. You could probably put a couple in here with some accessories and they'll be nicely protected. It's still a little bit squishy, but it's still better than, you know, just tossing them in your purse. You just open it up. You've got all sorts of room in here. Now, if you have ones like the My Mycelium Mushroom Girls, their heads are going to be too big to go in here. But an average size might be just okay with that thickness. On that same note, I know if you've seen my other videos, you have seen the little pouches that I hang off my purses that have a zipper on them that you put little dolls or little collectibles in. Well, I don't know what this has to do with a school supply. Maybe it's a bribe to get your kid to do their homework. But I found these as well. And they just call them Backpack Pals. Love this goose. I didn't see this guy until I went back for a second round look. I love the goose. And look at this little frog. And there's all sorts of little animals, but look what they're in. Those are those exact little cases. They have the hanging piece on them. They're ready to use. And let me go ahead and open this up. Oh, he's in there, isn't he? Now, why did they do that? This may not be the find that I thought it was going to be, because you can't take him out. How about them apples? Let me do some experimenting real quick here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so you can't just pull the goose out. They permanently sealed them to the back of the package. I don't know why you do that with this nice little cute flocked critter, because I want to hold the little cute flocked critter. And I want to use the package for something else. I had to go with scissors and cut it out, and let me forewarn you. See this little rim of glue where they attached it? You can't separate that. You will go right through this outer plastic. So you have to carefully trim around the inside. So, if you don't mind doing that, or if you just desperately want the little critter, mine has a little thing on it. If you just really desperately want that little critter, or you don't ever want to take it out, or you don't mind cutting things, that's one way to get yourself one of these little pouches. But if you don't mind waiting, you can order them off of like AliExpress, Temu, or Wish, or something like that. Maybe even Amazon, to be honest. You might be able to find them bulk there. The price is going to be similar. You just won't have a little critter in it. And it may not come in these colors. You'll probably have white, clear, something like that. But, I mean, it's an option if that's what you want to work with. I'm going to trim that frog out. I won't be buying more myself because, well, I got my goose. I really wanted that goose. He's so soft and fuzzy, and he's pretty. And the frog will, of course, go to my Amber because she is the princess of mud and frogs, and he is a cute frog. But, you know, it's a doable thing. It's doable. I'm not overly upset. I was just really surprised by that. Okay, so I went ahead and got this little guy cut out of his container. Again, just cutting around the edge of that inner bubble or whatever you want to call it that he was stuck to. He's a rubber frog. He's kind of squishy. Kind of like that. But he's also flocked all over. They're very nice to touch. But 100%, the goose was my favorite. There's puppies, there's kitties, there's bears. Go and have a look. I'm sure you'll find one that you like. And then you can decide for yourself, do you want to cut it out of its package so you can have a pouch and a critter? Or do you just leave them together and hang them off something? I went for the option, obviously. So I know you're probably thinking, okay, yeah, okay, sure. You said this was for doll collectors. And yeah, of course, the pouches and things, appropriate for dolls, but what's, you know, it's a pouch. Any pouch, right? Hang around for part 2 because things get even more doll adjacent. Maybe even closer than adjacent for the rest of what I found. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Check out all the stuff that is in the link. And if you're interested in my Discord, let me know, because apparently those links just die repeatedly. They don't give you a solid one that you can use regularly for some reason. But if you're interested in Discord, just let me know, and I'll put up the most recent link for you. Otherwise, I put up my DeviantArt. Can't hurt to look for fun. But I would like to thank you so very much for watching. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.